Star Wars fans? We're home. Last night, I saw a new Star Wars movie in IMAX 3D. I even beat most of the internet spoilers. Yes! That being said, this review will be 100% spoiler free. I'm not even going to talk about many specifics in the movie itself, just because I don't want to ruin anything for you. Before we went to see The Force Awakens, my brother asked me to rate the other Star Wars movies in my opinion. I'd give Phantom Menace a 3, maybe 3.5 out of 10, if I'm feeling generous. It was bad. I'd give Attack of the Clones an abysmal 2 out of 10. It was awful, by far the worst. Revenge of the Sith I'd give a 5, maybe a 5.5. It exists, and it's not atrocious. Star Wars gets a 9.5 out of 10, nearly perfect. The Empire Strikes Back gets a 10.5 out of 10. Legendary. It's my scale, I can do what I want. Return of the Jedi I'd give like a 7.5. It was really good. It had flaws. And I am ridiculously glad to say that on the same scale, I would give Star Wars The Force Awakens an 8.5 out of 10. Easily. Maybe a 9 out of 10. I feel like I definitely need to see this movie again because 3D ruins this movie. Do not waste your money going to see this movie in 3D. It was awful. It was terrible. There was never a moment that I went, oh wow, the 3D's really adding something. No, there were only moments where I went, I wish I didn't see this movie in 3D. I wish I could take off the glasses and see this movie with my own eyes, and the screen wouldn't be dual vision because that's what would happen if I took off my 3D glasses. But there were entire scenes where I was like, I can't see what's happening. It's blurry. It's awful. It felt like the screen or the projector or something was out of focus. It felt broken. It felt wrong. Don't waste your money. The more crowded the scene, the more stuff that's in the frame, like trees in a forest or fighters in the sky, which I really wanted to see, everything becomes blurry, and sometimes there's a ghost effect where it's like, it looks like something's there and then it looks like it's not the next second. I don't think I can edit that, but I wouldn't want to because it's bad. I am glad I saw it at IMAX though, because surround sound was beautiful. I don't think I'm saying anything shocking to anyone when I say John Williams' score was amazing. Everyone is talking about Daisy Ridley and John Boyega, and for good reason. I walked into the theater wanting to see Han, Chewie, and Leia, obviously, but after the first 20 or so minutes, I really cared about the new guys' characters. Honestly, the original trilogy people could have not been in there, and I would have been totally okay with it. Maybe we're gonna back up. Fans, don't attack me. Don't attack me, fanboys. When I say that, I just mean that the two new ones were so good that they could have held the entire movie on their own, which is a fantastic thing when you're launching a new trilogy. You want your stars to be good and be able to act. Hayden Christensen. But this is not at all me saying anything to diminish the parts of Peter Mayhew, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, and especially Harrison Ford. They were all great. Ford especially. This was, without a doubt, the greatest Han Solo movie. Single movie for Han Solo. It was perfect. But that being said, I do highly disagree with the ending credits. Daisy Ridley and John Boyega should have been credited first. They owned this movie. I would understand them being placed after Harrison Ford, maybe. But they definitely should have been placed before Kylo Ren. Not that he was bad. I thought he was okay. Most people seemed to like him more than I did. And he was okay. He was passable. He was a villain with not just a standard villain, though. He actually does have a backstory, but he was okay. He was a good villain. The cast and crew poured their heart, souls, blood, probably tears, and love for Star Wars into this movie, and it shows. It's not a perfect movie. There are plot holes. A few of them, but it was certainly not the prequel trilogy. The Force Awakens is worthy of standing alongside the original trilogy, and that's why if by some strange occurrence you are not already going to go see this movie, I highly recommend going to see this movie. If you're a Star Wars fan especially. But even if you're not, this serves as a great starting point to get into Star Wars. Of course, I recommend seeing the original trilogy first, but that's just me. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great week, and may the Force be with you. Always.